Young people today are more digitally connected than any generation in history. They can message anyone instantly, follow hundreds of people, and stay in touch around the clock. Yet they are also the loneliest. In the 2025 Cigna Loneliness in America report, 67% of Gen Z adults said they feel lonely, higher than millennials, higher than Gen X, and significantly higher than baby boomers. This is the paradox we need to understand. I'm Maria, and this is Clarity with Maria. Today we're looking at what the data actually shows about loneliness among young adults. Not opinions, not anecdotes, but the numbers. Let's start with the clearest figures. The Cigna survey found that 67% of Gen Z reported feeling lonely, compared with 65% of millennials and only 44% of baby boomers. The World Health Organization has also flagged this pattern. Young people aged 13 to 29 report elevated rates of loneliness, with some of the highest numbers among teenagers. In the United States, daily life data makes the shift even clearer. An analysis of Census time use surveys found that nearly 10% of young adults now report zero face-to-face interactions with another person on an average day. Before the pandemic, that figure was around 3%. The most isolated group has not fully recovered the in-person social time they lost. Loneliness is not just a survey response. It shows up in how young people spend their time. Young adults today spend more hours alone than previous generations did at the same age. Even after the acute phase of the pandemic, people in their teens and 20s continued to spend more time alone each day than their counterparts did a decade earlier. Many describe a pattern of canceling plans or preferring to stay home and engage through screens. A meaningful share say they do not have enough friends they can regularly spend time with in person. This does not mean every young person is isolated. Many maintain solid friendships, but the average has clearly shifted. Smartphones and social media play a major role. These tools make it easy to stay loosely connected, but they change the quality of interaction. Scrolling, liking, and short messages often replace the deeper conversations and shared experiences that build lasting bonds. The generation that went through adolescence after smartphones became widespread is the same generation now showing elevated loneliness. Digital contact is convenient, but research consistently shows it does not fully substitute for real presence. Other factors compound the problem. COVID-19 hit during critical developmental years for many in this cohort. In-person social practice was interrupted for an extended period, and for some, the habits of staying home and relying on screens became sticky even after restrictions lifted. At the same time, broader patterns have shifted. Young adults form friendships and romantic relationships later, live with parents longer, and participate less in traditional community institutions than earlier generations. Economic pressure also makes regular social outings harder for many. The consequences matter. Chronic loneliness is linked to higher rates of anxiety and depression, lower life satisfaction, and even physical health risks over time. In the context of the series we've been building, education gaps, economic struggles, and delayed independence, loneliness fits as both a result and a reinforcing factor. When young people feel disconnected, it becomes harder to build the networks that support work, relationships, and family formation later on. Young adults today report higher loneliness than older generations, despite unprecedented digital tools. The gap is measurable across multiple surveys. Daily face-to-face contact has declined for a notable share of them, and the recovery after the pandemic has been incomplete for the most isolated. Understanding the scale and the patterns is the first step. The data does not tell us every individual is lonely, and it does not prescribe simple solutions. But it does show that something real has shifted in how a generation experiences connection, and that shift is still unfolding. Thanks for watching Clarity with Maria. If you value honest, data-driven analysis that doesn't shy away from uncomfortable truths, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. New videos every Wednesday and Saturday. I'll see you in the next one.